So I do my best to start pulling myself together, and I, start putting my clothes back on, and take a real good deep breath, and try to get all my priorities straight. Yeah, I can't just get stuck in this room, just like waste my trip to Vegas and just have a freak out and be stuck in the room. So I get dressed, and I start heading back downstairs, and yeah, I'm still, but I'm just, just keeping it together, just trying to walk straight, get downstairs. I get downstairs and I'm heading through the casino, and there are the boys, and I'm like, oh my god, and I'm like almost running to them to give them a hug, and they're like, whoa, don't touch us, dude, you peed your pants. And I'm like, I fixed it, man, I took care of it, I'm okay, I swear. And they're like, whoa, we need to go to the room and kind of get ourselves situated. So we head back upstairs to the room, and at this point, yeah, like, they wanted time to take a shower and shit and, like, get ready for the night. And so Harry's, like, taking a shower, and like, I'm just sitting in this chair, and I'm, like, all kind of curled up in this chair still, like, and, like, the floor is moving, and then I look down, and Harry's shirt, it's like a Hawaiian shirt, but it looks like it's fucking steaks. I'm like, oh my god, Harry's shirt stinks. Ah! And, like, everyone's fucking laughing at me, and I'm just like, oh my god. And they were like, Mr. Peabody, are you ready to go back outside? And I'm like, yeah, let's do this. And before we went, we kind of had, like, an unsaid agreement that there was, like, a buddy system in this. Granted, there are 4 of us, and we're all buddies, but, like, a 2-on-2 system just in case we get separated. And originally, I believe it was supposed to be Harry and Tom, and then Dick and I. But it was kind of like, it's a checks and balances here, like, one of us might be a little crazy. This one can, counterbalance it, like, it was just a good setup in our minds beforehand. But when we get there, things changed a little bit, and somehow I ended up getting paired up with Harry. And, it's fine and shit, and, like, we're going around, and everyone's kind of, like, running after me, making sure I'm fine. I'm playing slot machines and shit like that, and I happen to win $700 fucking dollars, dude. Yes! And then that just kind of, like, derailed into just some madness. So, anyways, we kind of split off, and me and Harry are off to the side, and he's just like, yeah, man, let's see what else is around here. So we're on Fremont Street, and Harry's like, let's go check out the next block over. So we walk over a couple blocks, and Jesus Christ, does it get fucking seedy. Like, dude, within a few steps, someone's trying to offer us meth. No thank you. So we keep on moving, and it's like, alright, we're wearing fucking Hawaiian shirts, walking in, a seedy area of Vegas. We're obviously not from here. And I'm like, alright, look tough. And so we ended up getting to this bar, and it's like a biker bar, and it's like rowdy as fuck, and we're like, alright, let's check this shit out. We go in there, and I swear to God, dude, there is a girl dancing around, and, like, dude, after seeing that, like, dude, she was pretty much giving a lap dance. I saw everything. I saw titty. I saw. It was real rowdy. At the bartender, we walk up and we get some drinks, and she's like, so what are you buying me? And we're like, what? She goes, I drink Jameson. And I'm like, I guess it's going to be 3 Jamesons. And I tap Harry on the back. I'm like, you got this round, right? And I head to the bathroom. And I come back, and we're just, like, sitting there being like, what the fuck? Drink our whiskey, and we get out of there, and we reconvene with the rest of the boys, and they're like, oh my god, I'm so happy to see you guys, blah blah blah. Dick's shirt's, like, pretty much off, and Tom is just a stressed mess, which is like, usually he's the one we're having to kind of, like, where's Tom? But he actually ended up taking, like, the more adult role, I would say. But we were still walking around and shit, and then there in the distance I see it, a strip club. I have to go. So I run in there, and in order to go, you have to buy 2 drinks in advance just to even get in the door. They give you 2 drink tickets with your fee at the door, which is like $20 or some shit like that. But the boys, they're like, where are you going? And, like, they kind of hang outside for a second. So I go in, and I'm just like, fuck it, just give me a double. So I sit down, and I had won all that money, and I'm sitting in there, and I'm starting to throw bills up there, but I'm so fucked up that I don't realize that I'm actually throwing 20s. So everyone's thinking I'm some sort of baller. And then the boys walk in, and they're just kind of standing around me, and they're like, dude, like, what are we doing in here? Like, you know, like, let's go. And I was like, dude, at least get your drinks. And they get their drinks, and I think they ordered, I forgot what they ordered, but the girl brought them whiskey sodas, and they're just like, ugh. Like, I don't want this. This is gross. So they put all the drinks down. I'm like, look at all these drinks. They're my drinks. And I'm like hugging all these damn drinks in front of me. And this girl walks up and she goes, do you want to dance? I was like, I don't know. Maybe one of my friends does though. And she looks over at Dick and she's like, you want to dance, honey? And he's like, is it free? And she's like, no, you cheap bastard. And just like walks away. So I'm like sitting there, I'm like, all right, dude, like, and then, so Tom and Harry decided they're gonna go outside, and I'm like, Dick, I told you I'd buy you a lap dance. Here, pick out whatever girl you want, dude, and here's $40. Go get a lap dance. So he's off doing whatever, and this other girl that had been on stage was like, hey, how's it going? And like, obviously she saw me throwing all those 20s, thinking I'm a baller when I'm not, because I didn't realize I was throwing 20s. I don't know what I was doing, but anyways, I get a lap dance from her, and then she's like, do you want to go to VIP? And I'm like, yeah, I'm down with that. She goes, all right. She goes, do you like to party? And I'm like, yeah, who don't? She goes, all right, come with me. And she goes, so we go to the back, and mind you, to pay to go to VIP was like $300 to go to VIP. And I'm just like, fuck it, dude, I won that $700, dude. I'm like, I'm still fucking rolling off that shit. And I go back there, and then I realize I'm like, shit, dude. Like, I only have $280 left because I had been throwing those fucking 20s. So I have to hit the ATM, and I ended up pulling out $1,000 fucking dollars at a fucking strip club. So I go back in there, and she saw me pull out that $1,000, and I'm like, ooh, that was a bad move. But anyways, I tipped the dude at the VIP door just because, you know, whatever. So I go back there, and like, she starts dancing on me and shit, and I get like a couple songs deep, and then she busts out the coke, and she puts this coke on her titty and just shoves her titty up in my face, dude. It's fucking amazing, dude. I'm having the best time. And then it clicks to me, I'm like, I came here to be with my friends. Portland has so many strip clubs. Like, this means nothing. I gotta go. I gotta get to my friends. So I'm like, all right, girl, I gotta go. She goes, where are you going? Let me get your number. Let's hang out later. I'm like, I'm sharing a room with dudes. Like, it's not going to go down that way. And I just fucking jet outside. And then I see my friends waiting for me outside. And I fucking am running full steam because I'm all coked up. And I'm running full steam at Dick to give him a fucking mad chest bump. And I hit him so hard that he just rolls backwards. And it's just like, oh my fucking God.
No!